Alright guys, in this video I want us to look at adding, subtracting, and rational expressions. Remember, rational expressions are fractions, so in order to be able to add or subtract them, we have to have common denominators. Alright, so let's get started. This one has 15 divided by w plus 4 divided by 7w. And so first thing we have to do is we have to find that LCD. So in this case it's 7w. And so instead of 15 over w, we want something over 7w. And for the second one, it's already over 7w, so there's nothing to change there. Now we have to figure out, well, how do I go from a w to a 7w? Well, I'll multiply it by 7. So then I also have to multiply the 15 by 7. That's going to give me 105. And now we have a common denominator, so I'm ready to combine the two. So 7w on bottom, 105 plus 4 is 109 on top. And you can try to simplify that, but that is as far as we can go. And so that is my final answer. Alright, let's look at another one. It says we want to perform the indicated operation. We have 2 over x plus 10 minus 3 over x. And so when we find the LCD, the way I do them, the way I like to do them is to start with my first one. I write it down, x plus 10. And then if I look at my second one, it's just x. I don't already have just an x, so I also need to include it. And so that's my LCD. And so we want to rewrite this one as something over x times x plus 10 minus something over x times x plus 10. Alright, and so if we look at this first one, the 2 has the x plus 10, but it doesn't have the x, so that's what it gets multiplied by, and that's going to give me a 2x. The 3 over x is missing the x plus 10, and so that's what it gets multiplied by. It gets multiplied by whichever factor is missing from the LCD. Alright, so now we have 2x minus 3 times x is 3x, and then minus 3 times 10 is negative 30, over that x times x plus 10. Now if we simplify the top, 2x minus 3x, that's negative x minus 30 over x times x plus 10. And again, that's as far as we can go. It can't be simplified any further. Alright, here again, first step, find the LCD. Start with your first one, write it down, x plus 6. Go to your second one, x minus 5. We don't have it, so we also need to write it down. Alright, and so now we're going to have something over x plus 6 times x minus 5 plus something over x plus 6 x minus 5. Alright, so which factor from the LCD is the 5x missing? Well, it's missing the x minus 5. And which factor is the 2x missing? It's missing the x plus 6. Alright, so now if we multiply those out, we get 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times negative 5 is negative 25x. And then 2x times x is plus 2x squared. And then 2x times 6 is plus 12x. All over that common denominator of x plus 6 times x minus 5. And now we want to combine like terms. So we have 5x squared plus 2x squared. And that's going to give me a total of 7x squared. Negative 25x plus 12x. That gives me a total of negative 13x. All over this common denominator of x plus 6 times x minus 5. And again, you can factor out an x on top. It's really not going to allow you to simplify it any further. And so that's where we will leave our answer. Alright, here we have subtraction. Now what we notice is that my denominators are already the same, and so we just have to take care of the top. But because there's a minus, we have to be careful. And so we do have everything's going to be over this 3x minus 3, so I'm going to write it. But now, so we have the 5x minus 5, but now this negative is like negative 1, so we got to distribute it. So it's like negative 2x, and then negative times a negative will give me a positive 2. So you got to distribute that negative sign through, and now we combine like terms. So 5x minus 2x, well that's 3x. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3 over 3x minus 3. And we see that those are the same thing, so they just cancel and leaves me with just 1. Alright? Alright, here we have a long one. 20x over x minus 1 plus 40 over x squared minus 1 minus 20x over x plus 1. So if we make sure all the denominators are factored first so that we can find the LCD, we see this 1 in the middle is difference of squares, so that's x plus 1, x minus 1. Alright, so we see that my LCD is exactly x plus 1, x minus 1. Alright, so this first term is missing the x plus 1. So we have 20x times x plus 1. The middle term isn't missing anything, so we just have the plus 40. No reason to multiply it by anything because the denominator is the LCD. And then this last one is missing the x minus 1, so that's the one that's going to get multiplied to. And all of this now is over that LCD of x plus 1, x minus 1. So just keep in mind, what you're doing is you find the LCD, and you just multiply each term by whichever factor from the LCD is missing. Alright, now I'm going to distribute everything through, clean it up. So that's 20x squared plus 20x plus 40 minus 20x squared plus 20x. Again, negative 20x times x is negative 20x squared. Negative 20x times negative 1 is plus 20x. All over that common denominator of x plus 1, x minus 1. Now the 20x squares, they cancel. And we're 20x and 20x is 40x plus 40 over x plus 1 times x minus 1. I can simplify. I can take a 40 out of the top, and that gives me 40 times x plus 1 over x plus 1, x minus 1. X plus 1's cancel, and we're left with 40 over x minus 1 as my final answer. Alright, let's look at one more. Again, we got to make sure, before we find the LCD, my denominators have to be factored. So this first one, we see it factors into x minus 2. No, it factors actually into x minus 1 and x minus 5. Remember, two numbers that multiply to give me 5, add to give me negative 6. And the second one is going to factor into x minus 1, x minus 1. Two numbers that multiply to give me 1, add to give me negative 2. And so then my LCD is x minus 1, x minus 1, and x minus 5. So now we multiply each one by whichever factor is missing. The first one is missing one of the x minus 1s, so that's what the 3 will get multiplied by. Minus 2 times is missing the x minus 5. And now all of that is over the same LCD. So x minus 1, and x minus 5. Now distribute through, so that's 3x minus 3 minus 2x plus 10 over x minus 1 squared. I'm just simplifying that up, times x minus 5. Now 3x minus 2x, well, that is just x, and then negative 3 plus 10 gives me plus 7. Okay, so simplify. So 3x minus 2x is x, negative 3 plus 10 is positive 7, over that LCD of x minus 1 squared times x minus 5. And that is your final answer.